Hi friends, welcome back. We are up at our cabin this weekend, and if you watched a couple of our recent videos, we mentioned our Jeep that we have at the cabin that we want to bring home and turn into a farm Jeep. We want to basically take this Jeep from where it's been sitting here in the woods. We want to bring it home. We want to get it roadworthy again so that we can use it, one, on the farm, and two, pretty much like on weekends, running errands around town, running to the farmer's market, things like that. We just thought it'd be a fun little Jeep, and it's been sitting here in the woods since we bought our cabin, and we've basically done nothing with it since then. So I'm going to get it uncovered today and show you guys what it is that we have and tell you what I know about it. And I'm also soliciting some advice here in that if I'm identifying anything incorrectly, because I know there's a lot of really good, really smart Jeep people out there, and I'm not one of them. I happen to own a Jeep, but it kind of came with our cabin. So if you know something or see something going on in this video and you think you have some advice that could help me out, please let me know. So we'll get it uncovered, and I'll show you guys the kind of like the starting point of the current condition, the current state that it's in now, and then maybe talk a little bit about our plan going forward. So I'm gonna get her uncovered and we'll take a look. Where'd the Jeep come from? The gentleman who we bought our cabin from, this was his Jeep that he fixed up a little bit, got to the point where it was running, and he just left it here at the cabin. He lived about an hour south of our cabin, so he was able to come up to the cabin more often than we are, because we're like 4 hours away. So he basically just left the Jeep here in the woods, covered up in a tarp. When he needed it while he was up here, he would fire it up and use it. And when we bought the cabin from him, he basically said, if you buy the cabin from me, you can have the Jeep. So we were like, okay, cool, but I don't know what we're gonna do with it. So we did drive it. We've owned the cabin for about 4 years now. For the first couple of years, we did drive it a few times just around on the trails and different places. The first year it kind of ran decent. Second year was running a little rough. Last year, I don't know if we drove it at all. To just leave it sitting in here in the woods, doing nothing, makes no sense to me. So our plan is, like I said, we're going to haul this bad boy home. We're going to get it back functional in road condition. I do not plan on doing a full restoration of it by any means. I do want it decent and I want it safe. So what else do I know about it? I know based on the title and the VIN number of the Jeep, it should be a 1965 Jeep CJ-5. It's not a long wheelbase, so it's not a 6, it's a CJ-5. And so I will take you around and show you a little bit. Some of it's going to be pretty messy because this thing's been sitting here in the woods, but we'll go around and we'll take a quick look at some different things. And you guys, if any of you guys are Jeep experts, give me some advice here, okay? Mouse nest. All of the seat cushions on the inside have been stripped. Anything that was cotton or foam has been removed by the mice. So a little bit there, but not much else. Should probably check the oil air filter, the oil bath, and make sure there's not a mouse nest in there. But this is the motor, and like I said, we've driven it a few times. It does run. The battery hasn't been charged in a while, so I don't know if it'll start today, but maybe we'll give it a shot. Most all the wiring seems to be intact. It doesn't seem like mice have chewed up much of that. Got coolant. Check out some more. Some of the body is in pretty bad shape, which is to be expected. Frame wise, there's some parts under here that he obviously replaced at some point. There's been some repairs done to the frame right here. Doesn't look like too much major. Oh, another piece right here. Pretty rusty. Wheels on this side are decent. Inside, more roughness. More stuff from the critters that were here over the winter. Like the seats, like I said, the whole inside foam is all gone. I know the windshield wipers do not work, and most of the heater system has all been removed already. And here's the back end. Not a lot of rust in the bottom bed back there. I checked that out earlier. That looked to be in decent shape.
Is this where the spare tire would have mounted?
Yeah, I think so. Got a little jerry can here. There's nothing to do with the machine from a functional perspective, but
my favorite
it's one of Rachel's favorite parts. This tire seems to be in decent shape. It's holding air well. Fuel, I have no clue how much fuel is in her. There's obviously a patch spot here. This wheel has gone flat on me. We did take that wheel home one time and I took it to the tire shop and I had it patched. And we brought it back up and we put it back on the Jeep and it went flat again. So something's definitely wrong with it there. Floorboards, there's some pieces of carpet or something here. But the floorboards seem to be in decent shape. There's not a lot of, I mean, there's some surface rust, but there's not like holes all the way through them. So structurally, I think it's in somewhat decent shape. So that's about what we know as of today. My immediate plans for the near future, I'm gonna pull the battery this weekend and we're gonna take it back home with us. I'm gonna get it tested, and if it's still good, I'm gonna get it charged back up so we can bring that up here. I might pull that wheel off, or I might just bring my air compressor back with us the next time we come. But I really want to get this thing fired up and prove to myself that it's running and come up with a game plan on how to get it home. It does have a tow bar in the front, and part of me's thought a few times about I'm just gonna hook that thing to the back of my truck and tow it home. It's a 4-hour drive on the freeway and just makes me a little nervous. So what I'm going to try to do probably is get a trailer of some sort that I can bring up here. We'll try to get it out, at least partially out of the woods onto the main trail, get it loaded up on a trailer and bring it home that way. So if you guys have any advice for me, if you think this is a silly idea and this is just nothing but a big hunk of junk, let me know. If you think it's awesome and you want to see more of us spending time working on this girl, putting her back into shape, let us know that as well. And we'll see you soon.